Prince Harry, it's interesting to note with that mega deal with the publishing giant Penguin Random House, he does have a 4-book deal, as we told you. And obviously, when you look at the sales of what have happened with Spare, the fact that he and Meghan wrote it together, whichever way you look at it, it's fascinating stuff in itself, isn't it? But now you see the company are looking at exactly how could they get more money for their book, as it were. What could Prince Harry do next? And apparently they've hit upon a light bulb moment. It won't suit everybody, this particular idea, but then again, neither did Spare. And basically, did he care about that? No. He was making millions of pounds, hopefully, when all the residuals come in. So it's interesting to note, as I say, they've sat down and thought, what exactly can we do next with Prince Harry? And seemingly, this is it. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London, and as ever, lovely to have your company today. Nice to see you, whatever you're doing. By the way, I just saw this particular thing which made me smile. Not a bad job, this, is it? Apparently, over here in the United Kingdom now, in Bristol, in that wonderful county of Avon and Somerset, there's a professional cuddler. Yes, I know. Times are hard in a cost of living crisis. You've got to think of something. What's fascinating here is apparently for £75 an hour, he will sit and cuddle you if you're feeling a bit distressed or anxious or something like that. Gosh, for £75 an hour, I could think of something better than that, couldn't you? But it's amazing what businesses crop up. Apparently, he's a Canadian, nothing wrong with that, but he said, where he's from, we're not as reserved as we are over here in the United Kingdom. And of course, he's very busy and you have to make an appointment online. But as I say, for £75 an hour, you can have a cuddle. Yeah. We could have a virtual cuddle now, couldn't we? Let's all have a cuddle. Yes, I'm not going to charge you. I've told you many times. All of this is free. What do you mean you wouldn't pay for it? I know. Neither would I. Too tight. Back as ever to your Breaking Rolls story of the day. Now, this story, as I say, fascinating stuff. I often say that, I know. But, when you think about it, when you've had a big success, and Penguin Random House are trumpeting that success of the sales of Prince Harry's book, Spare, they start to look and think, well, what else can we do? What can we do with him? And of course, you've got the paperback following up, which is going to be, obviously with new chapters and no doubt, respites back about how the hardback edition was first received. But now they've decided, well, look, Harry, we could do another book with you. What do you fancy doing? As ever, they're looking at some sort of claptrap about leadership and stuff like that. These people couldn't lead themselves out of a tunnel. But nonetheless, they've got names and, the publishers have to decide what could they do with them. But now, according to a very good source within the publishing giant, they would like Harry to go down this particular route. In a celebration of our late and wonderful monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, who reigned for 70 years on the throne. Really, what a length of service that lady gave us. Now, what they're looking for is this. They'd like Prince Harry's take on what he remembers, thoughts, moments, pictures, that sort of thing, with the late Queen, and in particular the Duke of Edinburgh too. Now, in my opinion, this makes sense, but when you consider the backlash, the hurt, and of course the distress that both Harry and Meghan caused our late and wonderful monarch, you wonder how well will this be received. Let's not forget when he had that very limited meeting with her when he flew back for the Invictus Games last year. He quickly shot on American television to tell the world that he was checking in on our late and wonderful monarch to make sure the correct people were around her. So once again, I'm susceptible to the fact that what we would get from him would be very much memories in his favour rather than necessarily down the line true stories. As ever, we have to say allegedly. But that is the deal and that is the format and idea that they think would be a very big seller moving forward for Prince Harry. Now, I don't know about you, but I'd love to know your thoughts on this. Would you buy a book if Prince Harry was basically giving his memories of our late and wonderful monarch? Or are you now thinking to yourself, well, look, the previous book was full of inaccuracies, lies, and of course, fairy tales. So would that make sense? Either way, do let me know what you think in the comments below. And by the way, you can let go of the cuddle now. We're finished. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.